Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ruling bogus. Page. Valley.
Here.
Painter.
Here.
Wolfersburg.
Here.
Cummins.
Here.
Right. Here.
Well, we all here, so we're gonna go ahead and do the swearing in. So, and I think you guys decided who you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Okay. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, James Page,
Hereby swear or affirm
hereby swear or affirm
that I will abide by the Constitution of the United States
that I will abide by the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully carry out the duties of village president
that I will faithfully carry out the duties of village president
for the village of St. Joseph to the best of my ability.
for the village of St. Joseph to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We need 3 new people.
Trustees,
Trustees,
come on up.
Steve, Andrea, Matt.
Yeah, all three. We'll do it at the same time.
Yeah.
All three at the same time? Yes. You can all repeat back to me at the same time.
Do, no, wait a minute. These two have to, because they were re-elected, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so they probably should come on up here too. Oh, get quiet.
All standard.
You can say it to her.
You can still-
I'm not worthy.
Okay, repeat after me. I state your name.
I am Matt Walter.
Hereby swear or affirm
Hereby swear or affirm
that I will abide by the Constitution of the United States
I will abide by the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
that I will faithfully carry out the duties of village trustee
That I will faithfully carry out the duties of village trustee
for the village of St. Joseph to the best of my ability.
for the village of St. Joseph to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna do a little, it's all right with the attorney, we're gonna have a little ceremony. Can I get the old board, the old board, listen to me. The previous board up here for a group photo, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the new board, so we got old and new. And who's taking that, you guys are taking that picture, so however you wanna organize it, Debbie, Lisa.
This way, for sure. Is there a preference? You
That's the
do
same
tall,
place.
or when you do tall in the middle, short, and the sides?
Or mine.
Right
here. Okay.
I might as well do it at $5.
And the music stops now. Then the new board. Is replace the. It's a taller board.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay, take your seats. Well done. And don't leave just yet, because I want to recognize Scott stuff for you. Just 5 minutes.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, with regard to the agenda, we're still on the ceremony. That's all right, ceremony for transition of power. Did you have something you wanted to?
Yes.
Okay. Absolutely. We're not done. Don't go anywhere. I wanted my first act as village president to recognize some folks upon whose shoulders we're getting ready to stand. Several folks in this room need recognition. If you'll indulge me for just a few minutes to say a few words about this transition. I want to recognize, where'd Matt go? There he is. I want to recognize Matt, Tammy, Valley, and Angela for stepping up midterms, right? You guys were appointed by Tammy to step up and do this. You didn't really seek it out. You were asked to do it. I think that's awesome that folks are willing to do that. You've been great trustees. You've had to deal with staff issues, the TIF, the sewer plant, solar, and I could go on and on and on. You know better than I do all the tribulations you've had. I want to personally thank you for all the work that you've done. I want to welcome Terry Cummings back to the board as well. She's been mayor pro tem and will continue to be with my full support. Art, I look forward to working with you. You bring up, as we move forward, I value your perspective and your attention to detail. It's very important to me because I'm kind of I'll look all over the place. You see the details, and well, that's important. And Matt, thanks for sticking with me for another couple of years. I appreciate it because I know you were on your way out. With regard to the 3 trustees leaving us tonight, and this goes for the 3 that are staying as well. You guys have seen the village do a lot of contentious issues. Pardon me. Not the least of which is enduring constant Facebook trolling. However, I want to assure you that most of the people in St. Joe do appreciate the self-sacrifice and the best judgment that you've shown. I, for sure, am one of those folks. To that end, I want to present each one of you with a very small token of appreciation. And guys, bring them out. First up is Tammy Valley. Tammy, can you come up, please? There you go. Thank you. Got your little, so you can take it with, let's get a picture. You get it.
Yeah.
Next up is Max. There you go, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate the work you've done.
Thank you.
All right. And last but certainly not least, Angela. You get to see my crappy signature one more time. There you go. Thank you very much for putting me on this board.
Thank you.
With regard to the new trustees, each of you has talent and experience and knowledge that will benefit the board. Andrea, I'm gonna rely on you, infrastructure project management, kind of expertise that you bring. A lot of people may not know. And Matt, business owner locally, hometown boy, you bring a lot of experience and connections that will help. And Steve, you got deep roots in St. Joe, obviously, and you're from the public safety community, which I am, so we kind of have an affinity there. So I'm looking forward to you helping me with relations with fire and EMA and that sort of stuff as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Mayor Tammy. I want to recognize Tammy for her tireless work over the years. What is it? 16? 20 years.
It's almost embarrassing.
You've provided leadership and tackled many issues challenging St. Joe. As the old saying goes, never follow a legend, but that did not deter you when you stepped after BJ's multi-decade career. As a result, you got compared to him for a long time, which I'm sure was not easy. I'm sure it wasn't. However, she provided the leadership that was necessary to keep us moving. I, for one, am grateful that she was willing to suffer the slings and arrows that come with the job. Now you get to rest. However, I will note the happiest person in here tonight is Mike. No question about it. And when I decided to run, he came and thanked me profusely. You've contributed greatly to where we are today. Some of your accomplishments include eliminating the operational oversight by committees and professionalizing our management by hiring a village administrator. Many people do not understand how important that is. The sewer plant update and expansion, we could never grow if that wasn't done, and the EPA would not be our friend if we hadn't done it. Based on your role as a previous chair of the finance committee, many of you don't know, but Tammy goes line by line through the budget all the time and knows exactly where all the money's going. She's represented St. Joe in various regional elected officials groups, including the Central Illinois Municipal Officers Association, Regional Planning Committee, Board, Municipal League, and a host of others, and seeing TIF through to the end. Enough said about that. So, Joe, I want to present you with this shadow box that the ladies put together for you.
Isn't that pretty? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me get a picture. It's heavy, so be careful. You're always welcome back here to your village family, and I have your email and phone number, so we'll be calling.
I thank everybody for being here. I thank you for all the support through the years. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mike, for being there too, for all that you've done. And Joe, thank you very much for helping me survive once you got here. So I appreciate it. Good luck to all the new trustees. I know you'll do a great job, and I'll be looking forward to watching you guys in action. And if you ever need anything, just give me a shout and I'll be that. And thank you very much to my past board that I had. You came in on some tricky times, and I know it was a challenge, but I thank you very much for hanging in there with me and all that you did while you were serving. And thank you for taking the opportunity to say yes when I asked you to serve. So thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right, one last thing about Joe and the staff. Lastly, I want to thank the village administrator, Joe Hackney, for his guidance, technical knowledge, and experience guiding me through the details of how this place operates, village management and processes. Since January, when I learned I was running unopposed, I've been in here a lot and have learned a lot, and I appreciate the time you've taken to get me caught up to speed. I've worked for, been the chief executive of government agencies for 49 years, so I'm bringing quite a bit of municipal experience with me. However, I don't have that economic development and generalized technical city management experience. Joe, on the other hand, has a wealth of that knowledge. Most folks in town have no idea how hard he works and how beneficial having an administrator is to our village. I just want everyone to know he has my full support. To the rest of the employees at the village, I want to thank you for the jobs that you do day in and day out. In coming weeks, I'll be sitting down with each and every one of you to get a feel for who you are and how you think we can make the village better, operate better. Yes.
Sorry.
We need that DJ. Thank you for the rest of the staff. Thank you very much for what you do. And Debbie and Lisa, thank you for doing this work. Does anybody else have anything they want to say? Well, we're doing this transition.
I want to thank everybody that Tammy thanked. I didn't. Thank you all. Roll call for the board.
Got a little bit too.
All right, okay.
Ron,
Okay, well, Page,
here.
Walsh,
Present.
Peters,
Here.
Childers,
Here.
Wolfensberger,
Here.
Cummings,
Yes.
Brad.
Yes. Right, we call the meeting to order, back to order after the ceremony with the new village board of trustees. We have first up public comment. Is there anybody who would like to address the board tonight? Can we get anybody signed up to do that?
None.
None? Okay. Last chance. All right. Then next up is a consent agenda. Folks who've been on the board for a while know this. The consent agenda is where we put minutes, treasurer's reports, generally non-controversial items. You've all got copies of that in your packet. Generally one motion and second and a vote takes care of that. Are there any questions about the consent agenda? Because you can always move something from there to new business if we need to.
I do have a question, and I just now realized that on all the applications, is that gonna be included in that? A lot of times those are separate. The reasons being I had one question, and it'd be on page 33, and it's church, the church service and all that. And I just want to be sure, is there any conflict with anybody else that sports conflict with that? Because it said that they were going to use the ball fields and stuff. I mean, it's not a big.
We'll double check that.
Well, I do look at the calendar and I make sure it is available, and I do schedule those, so it should be available.
So it should be good. Okay, that was just a question. When I read that, I thought it came up that I didn't want to hear a bunch of complaints like one thing and another, but you've already, you're thorough, you check it out.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll.
Walsh,
Deborah?
Peters. Yes. Childers,
Yes.
Wolfensberger,
Yes.
Cummings,
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Motion passed 6-0.
Moving on to new business, there isn't any. Old business consideration, possible approval of the 2025 street curb gutter and sidewalk maintenance invitation to bid documents. We got those here.
Base sheet that you're looking at looks like this. Mike is here if he wants to outline any part of it. But basically the low bids that have been selected, there was a conflict with one of the providers, and that's been omitted. But the rest of them are a little bit. If you have any questions about specific locations or anything of that nature, Mike would be the expert that could outline that for you. But otherwise, the motion that we're requesting is at the bottom. There is another one that needs to be added. It is the 20. It's the MF sidewalk repair. It's 20,826. So that needs to be added to the blue wording there for the motion.
I just have a question. So on the streets that are listed, there's a plot or a portion for Sherwood, and I know Sherwood got done last year. There was major stuff that was done on Sherwood, street work. And so are they redoing what they did last
There's
year?
more.
So we're adding more to that? Okay.
One of the streets, when it was built, they had issues with concrete. And that started to show. It was through the plant or material they had at the plant, they only know that.
Well, I'll be happy when it gets fixed. So great.
Any other questions?
Like, I'll make a motion to approve the contracts to Bouts, Voigts in the amount of 69,257.32. Deuce Construction in the amount of 5,460, 35,000, 23,736 dollars, and $20,826. And to A&A Concrete for the amount of $3,450.
For a second.
Second.
Second from outside.
Awesome. Any further discussion? Call the roll.
Peters,
Yes.
Childers,
I'm staying.
Wolfersberger,
Yes.
Cummings,
Yes.
Pratt,
Present. To abstain, whichever you prefer.
Walsh.
Yes.
Okay. 4 yes, and 2 abstain, motion passes.
Second, item on old business is consideration of possible approval of sidewalk raising proposals. Exhibit 10.
This
Is
is,
that in the handout too?
this is requested to be tabled.
We're tabling it. Awesome. That was quick. Do you have any updates?
I'll be at ICSC next week. If you have any comments or thoughts about our retail improvement prior to that, please let me know, or you can always call me. But other than that, yeah.
Mike, is there anything you want to add? No. The other Mike, is there anything I've got? Mark, anything? That's my report, nothing. Awesome. Any of the council members or trustees? How easy that was.
Don't use it, wasn't
Don't get used to it. This was kind of on purpose, we wanted to make it short because we're talking, so. There aren't any other comments, so motions being adjourned.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay.